You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
No one can do it better.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Talk to me. Say something.
Run a power move on him. All they do is dig. All they do is dig. All they do is dig.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it even.
The channel you're about to watch may contain some strong adult language which may not be suitable for kids under 18. It may be too real for certain adults. Parental discretion is advised. This is a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously. But it's not what you say, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable as you like the same done unto you. You didn't pay no money, so there's no need for you acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show with the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because when they made him, they broke the mold. Now it's time to enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show.
No one can do it better.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
Run a power move on.
Talk to me. Say something.
Rap to him a little bit right here. All they do is dig. All they do is dig. All they do is dig.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it even.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Tell me something good, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and many and millions of y'all all in around the world. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. This is a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously all at the same time. There's a right way and a wrong way to say and do any and everything, and it's not what you say, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable to those, as you like the same done unto you. You didn't pay no money, so there's no need for you acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. Now get in where you fit in and sit back and relax and enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show with that Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, and not afraid to say what I feel and speak out what's real. Me, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because when they made me, they broke the mold. So now it's time to enjoy the Carlos Stargell Show.
No one can do it better.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm all right if y'all all right. Welcome to the Carlos Stargell Show. Like I always say, a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously. Hell, y'all know the drill. And the weather right now is 93 degrees already in Burlington, North Carolina. Mary, sweet mother Jesus, it's hot as an MF outside. But I'm going to say this too. We also have a heat advisory up here in Burlington. So those who have respiratory trouble or any kind of ailment that can't deal with the heat,
Stay in the house.
but if you have to, stay hydrated and stay cool by all means.
Talk to me. Say something.
Okay, want to give birthday shout outs today to everybody whose birthday, August the 2nd.
Happy birthday, Leo in the house.
Yeah. And then I want to give my love and shout outs to everybody around the world, across the country, and mainly in Atlanta, Georgia, the surrounding Atlanta area, the whole state of Georgia. One love, y'all. Peace, two fingers. Y'all know I always say that. But anyway, y'all, again, thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell show. And to those who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please hit that like
and or
the subscription bell. Sure would appreciate it. Yeah. And just want to let you know, live one-on-one video available as well. Or guess what, y'all? Y'all know y'all can call in too if y'all wanna rap me. If y'all don't want to show your face, hell, you can just call. Especially those who got my number. Just hit me on the horn. If you got some questions, just want to talk, sugar honey iced tea or whatnot. But just to let you know, I ain't having all that negativity when you call, because I will introduce you to my friend, Mr. Tone. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act like y'all don't have the sense that God gave you. So hopefully we won't have to go through that.
Talk to me. Say something.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Yeah. But like I say, it is hot as all outdoors up here in North Carolina. Now, for what I heard, it's hot as hell in Atlanta, Georgia. In the Atlanta area, and I'm not surprised. Look where they are. They are in the dirty South. Where I'm at, it's the South, but it's like the Mid-Atlantic. Yes. If you look at the globe, you see our state. We got more sky than they do.
Talk to me. Say something.
And less hills. Seem like we more sunk in. Like because when I was in Georgia, seemed like we were closer to the sun than I was in North Carolina. That's on the real, for real. Because Georgia got all them hills, especially Atlanta.
Talk to me. Say something.
But it's all good though. But just wanted to give a little humorous shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. Like I told y'all before. Just because now it's true enough that I do live in Burlington, North Carolina. But y'all remember, Georgia will always be on my mind.
Talk to me. Say something.
Oh yeah. I know it's a lot of y'all had watched the football game last night. How about they called it out because of the bad storm? But Chicago still won by 4 points though. And you know they did pretty decent during preseason. I saw a lot of the plays. I mean, hey, Hall of Fame game, preseason. Preseason is just like an audition. Yeah, because you got those undrafted agents. Undrafted free agents. People just didn't make the draft. They just unrestricted. You know what I'm saying? But guess what though? There's a lot of them that haven't been drafted. Made it for the ones who did, got drafted in the late round. I mean, but first and second round, the first 3 rounds, that's what everybody look at because, and there's a lot of expectations when you drafted in the first or second round, to be real though. Because I'm gonna be real with you. The Falcons, they had some pretty good players, along the way and all that. But to me, everybody talk about Jamal Anderson and, the running backs now, but Jamal Anderson, he was good too now. And Gerald Riggs was okay. Michael Turner, hell yeah, Michael the Turner Burner. Michael Burner, yep, yes, Lord. But the one who really stood out to me was William Andrews. Now, if his knees wouldn't have got messed up on the real, for real, dude would have been ranked up there with Dorsett, Peyton, Franco Harris, and all them cats, man, because shoot, him and Eric Dickerson, they were like the top 2 during that time when back in the 80s. You had Walter Payton too. Now, Walter Payton was a beast. Walter Payton was, now see why they call it sweetness, because not only he's soft spoken, but that dude when the way that dude run, so sweet. Yeah. I mean, and then he couldn't have went to a better city, Chicago. Yes. Because you know up there, Chicago, Chicago got a lot of Southern descendants up there. I mean, people whose families came from down south, mainly Mississippi. And y'all know I'm telling the truth because I met a whole lot of brothers and sisters from Chicago. And they told me there's a lot of Southern descendants up there. And then, but it's funny, like I said before, there's a lot of those people who are Southern, who, have Southern descendants. There's a lot of them trying to move to Atlanta. Now they want to come back and claim something that we never could get.
40 acres and a mule.
You think we got 40 acres and a mule and they think they can come down here and get 40 acres and a mule?
I think not.
Yeah, but guess what though? And then when they come down south, then they want to talk bad about the South, talking about South ain't sugar honey iced tea. Black people, they talk about us down south, but guess what? Didn't nobody tell them to come back. Didn't nobody tell them to go down south. Didn't nobody put no gun to their head to tell them to go down south. They chose to go down south. And the ones who talk a lot of sugar honey iced tea about the South, I mean, not all of them, but the majority of them I done came across. A lot of them burnt. Where they from? Whether they from what part? Whether they from North Midwest or the Northeast, like and out west, and then the neighboring states too as well, like the South. And then when they want to move to Atlanta, a lot of them burnt bridges worse than the Chicago fire. That's why they be trying to get the hell on from where they from. I mean, they must have really ticked somebody off to the point where somebody wanted to really get a hold to them. Well, like that song say,
Ain't nobody fault but theirs.
and y'all know it too. But what I'm trying to say too, y'all, that's just wrong. I mean, really, how in the HE double hockey sticks you feel that you can get away with doing some low down dirty to people and thinking that you're not going to pay for it to get away with it? There's a lot of people really do think they can get away with stuff, what they do to people, but they just don't know. God sees everything, and karma's a B.I.B.I.
T.
with spike heels, gasoline draws with the hole in the middle. Yeah. But anyway, for real though, but getting back to football. Now, there's a lot of these young players out here. I mean, not compared to the old players, but the old players, like other than Jim Brown and Fred Wilson, John Amos, Rosie Greer, and all those cats. Man, but what really gets me too, the ones who I named, I'm so glad they had something to fall back on after they left the game they really loved. Because a lot of them turned to acting. Some became, even in basketball and baseball. Look at Wayman Tisdale, God rest his soul. I remember he was hell in college at Oklahoma. I remember he was hell in Indiana. But what I didn't know, that dude was one hell of a bass player. But guess what? That's why, I mean, I love a good bass player for real though. I mean, that's a lot of people don't know. A lot of people know I sing, but what a lot of people didn't know, I can also play bass too as well. But I didn't tell everybody because you know why? I'd rather show you better than I can tell you. And a lot of people that claim that they can play the bass and all that, I always get them with this. I say, yo, you play bass? What's the code? Some of them don't even know the code. And that's saying, if you're a bass player, you should automatically know what the code is. I'm gonna go on and say it. And bass and people and the so-called bass players, remember this. Now I ain't gonna tell you no lie before I tell you. I actually heard the guy that played Eddie from Superfly and Walona's ex-husband on Good Times, Carl Lee. He let it be known what the code was. And I'm about to say it. Chickading, 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 chickading. That's the bass code. I'm gonna say it one more time. Chickading, 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 chickading. Now, now I'm gonna say this now. If you don't have no bass in your voice, it won't sound good. You gotta at least have a heavy speaking voice for to say that that's required. Well, I ain't gonna say all that because if I hear a woman with a voice deeper than mine, that's gonna make me want to scare the HE double hockey sticks out of me. And before I get back to what I was talking about, I remember when I was young, my voice had already changed. I think I was like 14 or 15 or something like that. Hell, I know it was in 83. Yeah, I was 15. But how about I went to the cafeteria? And how about this lady? And you couldn't tell just by looking at it. You know, they always say too, looks can be deceiving, and that's true. But what really got me is when she opened her mouth and what came out. Because I was looking for her to have like a womanly voice. I get up, shut down. May I help you? Man, I couldn't say nothing. I was like, that's all I was doing. And I said, damn, this woman voice deeper than mine. I said, let me look at her nigga, see. Let me look at her nigga, see if she got an Adam's apple. You know what? That's the first thing you better do. Make sure you check for them Adam's apple. Look at mine. I got one. So y'all know I'm a man. And I ain't trying to dress up and look like no woman. I mean, that's not my thing. But to each his own, and that's what they choose to do, so be it. But me, no. I will never do anything dirty like that. Well, I ain't gonna say it's dirty to everybody, but it's dirty to me. Because I'm just gonna say this. One thing I'm gonna tell you about me. I'm not gonna knock or judge. Because you know why? I'm not the one you got to answer to. If anybody you got to answer to, you better answer to the Lord. Because he the one that have all the answers for you.
Talk to me. Say something.
No one can do it better.
Right on. But what I'm saying though, it's just sad because, the way this world going now, not only we living in the evil world with evil people, but we living in the last days. I know they've been saying that since I was young, but I see we really are now. Such chaotic ass people. Everybody, and then you got more of these young hoodlums and Rudy Poops. They can barely spell their name, but they quick to get a gun. You know what I'm saying? And for real, they quick to pick up a gun and shoot you, but when they get behind bars, they be the main one crying like bitches. Shut the hell up. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So I'm just gonna let this be known. Not just to them Rudy Poos, but to everybody, even including myself. Think before you act. Guess what? It'll do you some good. It'll do you some good in the long run, and it'll save your ass from going to jail, and it might not only it'll save your life, but I know it'll save your spirit and your sanity.
Talk to me. Say something.
Cause guess what? Just to let it be known, just talking to people. I ain't gonna say who, but just talking to good people. with the sense that God gave him, literally saved my spirit and my sanity. And just to give a shout out to a friend of mine whose name shall be nameless. This young sister, young as she is, saved my spirit and my sanity all at the same time. I mean, but she told me that I made her laugh harder than anybody ever made her laugh. I don't know what I said or did, but it must have been something funny and good. But like I told her, I just do what I do best. Just be Carlos. Cause nobody can be Carlos but Carlos. And y'all better know it.
No one can do it better.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, it is now that the session is now over. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. And to new subscribers, if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please hit that like or subscription bell. I really would appreciate it. And just to let y'all know too, again, not only one-on-one live video chat is available, but guess what? If y'all like, y'all can just call me. Call my phone, and if y'all want to talk to me while I'm going live. You notice if you heard the phone ring, that lets you know right there it will work. So if y'all want to call in, but if you like I said, anybody want to call in, get at me. And we could do a live. Y'all don't, like I said, y'all ain't got to show your face on the video, but y'all can call. Your voice can be heard because your voice will make a difference too as well. Just to let y'all know that, and I had to say it.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
So until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, God bless you. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means,
Stop the violence, increase the peace, eliminate all the hate, and spread a whole lot of more love.
so, and again, thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show with that bona fide G certified true Atlanta, Georgia born, now coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, and one who's not afraid to speak what they feel and yell out what's real. Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Cause when they made me, they broke the mold. So until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, peace.
2 fingers.
And I'm out of here like last year.
Later when you're straighter.
Yo, yo, yo.